Eieyani Massacre and Essene breeding programs. Reference from historical timeline trigger events approximately 22,000 years ago with the Eieyani Massacre, Essene breeding, and Emerald Tablet. Females are taken to Nibiru by Thoth Anunnaki for forced breeding. Thoth stole the CDT plate, wrote down the Emerald Tablet. This is the trigger timeline for Hermeticism, esoteric Kabbalah, mystery schools, and secret societies are formed to hide this ancient knowledge from the common people. With the recent revelations concerning the return of Atlantean solar dragon queen Merida, it was registered that the Eieyani Massacre events began with her capture from her high position entrusted to protect the 11th Stargate network. Thus, they had to destroy her in order to seize major territories in the Atlantean colonies, which was carried out through the ultimate Thothian betrayal. The deception was carried out by a high-ranking Anunnaki, outwardly representing to protect the Blue Flame Melchizedek's Law of One records and a trusted member of her Emerald Order Council that opened the door for Marduk's forces to slaughter them. Thoth carried out the masquerade until he reached the ascension initiation of an 11th layered flame body, while he covertly formed the Brotherhood of the Snake with the Nibiruan Anunnaki in order to gain control over the Emerald founder records that Merida embodied and protected. This gruesome event led to her being taken to Nibiru for a complete genetic dissection in order to sever her head, heart, and embodied herogamic connections to her husband, through which they utilize AI technology to translate sections of the CDT plate and harvest coded intelligence from her body parts, which she had been entrusted to protect for the 12 Essene tribes, angelic humanity. This event signifies the fall of the solar dragon queens, or universal solar female Melchizedek, as once the Thothian Nibiruans had captured and killed the 11th tribe solar dragon queen of Atlantis, with the help of Marduk and Black Sun forces. The planetary grid network, which she protected within her embodied herogamic auric field with her husband, collapsed. As the result, with them disposed of, it was easier to flush out, capture, and slay all of the other Melchizedeks, protecting the stargates and global grid system that were embodied in supporting positions all over the planet. These records were accessed and translated by Thoth while using Nibiruan technology and then subsequently repackaged through the release of the Emerald Tablets, which became the basis of many of the Kabbalah's secret society teachings. This set off the chain of events in the Ascension Timeline Rebellion, galactic bartering and slave trade, now becoming manifested as genetic slavery upon the Earth's surface by killing the embodied Essene tribes, herogamic Magi kings and queens that were protecting the Diamond Sun Planetary Templar and Stargate system. This further led to the hunting down of the Essenes, Celtic Grail King Line massacre, Viking invasions, and the creation of the imposter Elohim groups, pretending to be the cosmic Elohai mother and father that later founded the Base 10 Kabbalah system for their preferred Luciferian bloodlines that call themselves the Chosen Ones. After the brunt of global warfare targeting the 11th and 12th Essene Magi Grail lines for termination, which are referred to as the Essene Massacre and Celtic Druid Massacre, the Brotherhood of the Snake made a secret pact called the Luciferian Covenant. From this particular timeline trigger event, this is when the negative alien agenda's alliances became exceptionally organized and is the core of humanity's current global problems, with the Luciferian bloodlines rising into power and rule, with the negative alien agenda backing them with secret advanced technologies in order to completely gain control over the planet. The Thothian Luciferians of the Luciferian Covenant specifically groomed the Illuminati hybrid lines to be their representatives and to be the ground crew carrying out the physical tasks setting up massive conglomerate organizations in the controller pillars that were required to gradually implement the consciousness enslavement blueprint of the New World Order, with the plan to be fully executed during the pinnacle stages of the ascension cycle. Thus, all of humanity is living in the middle of the spiritual warfare, territorial battles, and final conflicts for gaining control over the planet and humanity in the timelines in which the primary issue for the future of the human race is hinged upon choosing planetary liberation or human slavery. These human-appearing Anunnaki and draconian hybrids were conditioned, implanted, and prepared to be the primary Luciferian bloodlines that would be assigned to the highest echelon of global planetary leadership and would come to be known more specifically as the Thothian Leviathan or Illuminati bloodlines of today. This is the source of the total destruction of humanity's historical timelines and the carrying out of genetic modification programs used to damage the cellular memories recorded in angelic human DNA. Their enslavement agenda has been to wipe out all records of our highly technological human civilizations that were naturally evolving and advancing human diamond sun consciousness and authentic human culture. From this arose the Luciferian Knights Templar factions, who went on to create several military religious orders to maintain the falsified historical records. This is Freemasonry, Knights Templar, Rosicrucians, Jesuits, Vatican, and other secret societies that persist with a similar hermetic esoteric knowledge that was stolen from the original Melchizedek Christ teachings in Atlantis and was then manipulated and inverted for serving their one world order agenda.